All right, today we're going to be building our lower control arms. I have my Skunk 2 lower control arms right here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking off the older ones and replacing it with the newer ones that I have over here, and then we're going to start building our subframe today. So let me grab the brackets and everything for this. Or sorry, in the midst of trying to make all this work, I realized that the EK bushing on these lower control arms is different, and the bracket is different from the EG stuff. So we have to go back up to the junkyard once again to try to pull off all the bolts and the bushings and the bracket off of an EG to have one at U-pull that's been there for 2 days. Hopefully it has what we need. If not, we're gonna have to try to order some offline, but hopefully it has what we need. Right now I'm just gonna pack up the whole storage so that way we can get going to the U-pull. We're looking for a 94 Honda Civic EG, trying to pull off most of the subframe like components that we need for our subframe. So we're walking over to the import side now. This is the forward side. If y'all remember in my last video, I was trying to find a truck bed in here, but we're headed over to the forward side. So once we find this EG, we should be good. It's on import aisle 7. I think this might be it right here. Subframe still in the car. Let's see what this is. Yes sir, 94 Honda Civic. It's exactly what he's looking for. Just tore the shit. But all we need is a couple bolts and brackets. So let's get underneath this car. Let's get a tire, get underneath here, and try to see if we can see everything that we need. A little junkyard tip: if it's ever like dirt like this on the ground, the best thing for you to grab is probably the little thing that goes underneath over the spare tire. It's the best thing to grab for when you want to like crawl under a car. Just go in any of the trunks. Oh shoot, almost broke that. Go in any of the trunks and you'll find one. Almost fucking ended my life right there. All right. Oh. Okay. Yes sir. To EG. So we need these bolts here. This one and this one. We need this bracket, if we can get that out. I'm trying to see what else we need. These bolts, this bracket with these bushings. So the whole control arm is probably gonna fall down. We don't need this whole part because we got most of everything else. So let's get, I guess we can start with these bolts, removing the control arms first, and these back here. Show you what I'm doing. All right, so as you can see, I removed the 12mm bolt and then the 12mm nut, and this whole bracket comes right out. Oh, let's get it. If I can get it out, there we go. The whole bracket comes out. It's a little dirty, but that's okay. So now you can just remove this bushing right here. I'm gonna save that as well for our sway bar. Ooh. So I got that. We'll get this one off as well. All right, so as you see, we got the whole bushing out. It's one whole assembly together, so you can't just take the bracket off. The bushing's with the bracket, and then it has the little stud here for the sway bar. So we have the whole complete assembly. That one was kind of hard to get out because of this little plastic piece was in the way, This one might be even worse because it has the whole fuel line, everything right behind it, and I know for a fact I can't just drop this, so we might end up dropping the whole subframe a little bit. We'll see. I know I need these bolts as well, but we'll see. Let me get this out. Let me fight with this and then get it out real quick. All right, guys, so we got all the bolts that we needed removed. I even had to pull the sway bars and the little bottom control arm off just to remove those bushings. So we have everything that we need. We're gonna pack up and head out of here, go pay for everything that we got. They possibly won't charge us for the nuts and bolts, but they'll charge us for like probably the brackets. I don't know how much the brackets are, probably like $5 maybe for all the brackets that we grabbed. I even grabbed the steering bracket steering bracket. I even got the steering rack, the bracket that goes on the steering rack. I even grabbed that one because you can use that one on the EG. And then if you take yours off, if you take your EK subframe power steering bracket off, you have to put both of the bushings into it. It's weird. I don't like how it's set up. I'd rather just get the bracket and just put the bracket on, but those brackets are on back order, so I got lucky finding one, honestly. So as you saw, I got all those bolts and everything for $14. It was like $14.02, I believe. The thing with the rear lower control arm bushings, she didn't count the bracket and the bushing like they're supposed to. I think it's because like I told them I was military, they kind of was like, oh, okay, we're just gonna count all this as a bushing. And I was like, shit. The one lady, she was like, it's a motor mount. I'm like, it's not a motor mount. She kept trying to say it's a motor mount. I'm like, it's not a motor mount. It's a bushing with a bracket. Like it says it in your like pricing. Normally the bushing with the bracket is $20 each. So I kind of got away with that. Bushings are like $3.99. So she counted it as a bushing. The lady like was flirting with me and everything. She was crazy. But it's time to head over to the store so we can assemble this lower subframe with the steering rack and everything. Get that all handled, and then we'll be able to get this car. Be one step to getting the car closer to driving. So. Okay, guys. So I got the first one bolted up. Didn't tighten everything down all the way, just got it tightened down, just finger tight. Let me explain to y'all what I did to make my EK lower control arms fit the EG. So one thing I did is I removed this washer. This washer goes right here. If you leave this washer in, none of these holes will match up. You probably have to drill out the holes, all that, but if you just remove that one simple washer, everything fits. As you can see on the old style, there's no washer here. There's only a washer up here on the front. So that's kind of why I just removed the washer back here. So that's one way I got it to fit. Let me stab this on and then the sway bar and show y'all what it looks like completely done. All right, guys, new discovery. So the EK sway bar cannot fit the EG subframe. It's this bend right here that it makes. If this bar would have came bend like that and it went straight, it probably would have fit, but since it has this little tiny bend right here, it hits the back of the subframe down there. So I guess that one's different. They're shaped exactly the same, it's just a little bit of difference right here in this middle piece. So we're probably gonna go back to the junkyard to try to take that sway bar. There's no rush for right now. We can run without a sway bar. We can go without a sway bar. We can just put everything in the car and then add the sway bar later. But that is on our list that we might have to do. We might just actually get an aftermarket sway bar. So I'm gonna bolt up the brackets for the sway bar in the car. It just won't have the bushings in the sway bar. So now we got it all bolted up. So what I did is I used the bolts from the other power steering to put into this one. So I got it all bolted up, everything secure. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna tighten this up while it's inside. It'll be the best way to tighten it, and then we're gonna hit it with a hammer and a punch to crush it into there. So then all we have to do is put the whole boot on it, put like a zip here, and bolt it back up. So that'll be perfect. So let me get this all finished up and all bolted down. That way we can possibly get it in the car today. All right, man, so this is all good. I ordered the 1320 Performance all-wheel drive mounts. They're all billet aluminum. I'm gonna test these out. They're good for 1,000 horsepower. I can't see a mount messing up really, but if you can see it, 1320 etched 1320 with a little turbo right here. Can't really see it. Yeah, 1320 Performance. These are their mounts, so I just mounted that on just to get it. One thing I can say about this kit that I don't like is they send hardware, right? They send hardware, but they don't send enough hardware to place all your bolts that you need. They only send some hardware, so I don't know where these bolts go. There's no instruction manual. They just send you the mounts. That's another downside. 2, everything is perfect on this except this mount. This mount is the only mount that annoys me, because when you bolt this in, the 1320 is upside down. 1320 Performance, if you can fix that, maybe it's mounted upside down. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but that's the only thing. It's just the OCD in me that gets me with that. But other than that, everything else is perfect. It's powder coated. It is literally clean, man. Like, it's literally clean. The only parts you see like are damaged is the parts that I damaged because I'm setting them on the floor. But other than that, everything else is perfect. So that's ready to go. We just need the sway bar, the rubber sleeves for that, and I think that'll be it for that. And that's ready to rock and roll and get dropped in. But these we're gonna mount in right now. So let's go do that. That one's in there. Like I said, the only thing that bothers me is the 1320's upside down. But other than that, that is a clean looking. Look at that, man. Just like that, the whole bracket comes up. All right, so I was kind of having some trouble trying to fit that mount in. Then I went back to realize when I did the B swap in this car that you have to oval the mount. I mean, the holes out on these two. I forgot all about that. So this one's like not ovaled out, so it's giving me problems trying to fit. So once we oval these two out, it will fit perfect. So after grinding and all that, we got it in the car. So now it's perfect. They oval out these, which is normal. They ovaled out this one, but they didn't oval out the other two, which is weird. But we got the mounts in. I think next we're going to probably put the mount on the motor, or maybe not. I think next we might do that. Put the transmission to the motor, transfer everything over from my regular B series over to the all-wheel drive B series, like the insides and all that, transfer it over. All right, so I done mounted the transmission mount on already just to make sure everything fits. Because after that one, that kind of scared me. So I mounted on, everything's like finger tight. I didn't, still a little loose. That way when I'm putting it in the car, I have a little wiggle room. But I think next we should mount up the transmission to the motor. But I wanted to get like a chain so we can go from the transmission all the way over to the motor. So I'm gonna probably go try to buy a chain tomorrow. Right now, I think I'm just gonna go and drill the holes for the shifter and put the shift like links in the car. That way we can have all that. So all we have to do is just put it all together. So right now, let's go ahead and unbolt our whole center console. It's just probably like 4 bolts and the whole thing removes. Drill our holes and then install our shifter. Probably cut back some of this carpet. I'm keeping the carpet in the car, so I'm gonna cut back some of this carpet, put the shifter. Hopefully this thing fits. Hopefully this thing fits over our existing
shifter, our shifter, because if this can fit over the shifter, that would be so clean. That would literally be so clean. Let's get all this out of the car. That way we know what we're working with. Bro, I removed the whole center console and this damn shifter fell out. I don't know if this went to my Honda or what, but yeah, the whole shift knob just fell out from in there. It's weird. But let me get back to what I was doing. All right, so I bought the shifter along with the plate where my e-brake will go, from when my e-brake will go here. So when I try to put it on, it won't fit because of the exit of the transmission, the B-lift shift linkage, so it won't fit. So what we're gonna do is possibly cut this hole out, cutting that hole out, putting a piece of metal here and sealing it right here, and then drilling new holes for the shifter. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow once I get some more materials. I also have to go and get stuff to mount this as well. So we take these two with us today, go get all the tools and stuff. They didn't send hardware for this, so we're gonna go get hardware. That way we're able to mount this in the car and get this all ready to go. It's a nice shifter, man. I can't wait to get this in the car. But for right now, we'll just set it right here. Oh, don't scratch my paint. We'll set it right there for right now. I'm gonna move it, but just looking at everything I'm gonna need. So that needs to be done. I need to take those injectors to go get them cleaned, and we gotta install that race pack as well. So I'm probably gonna end it here. Paige got off work and we're supposed to be going to eat, so I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Hey, like, comment, subscribe. All I want to say, man, I hope you guys having a good day, because I'm having a good day. Now I'm getting this car up and running. So like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace. I think we playing, huh? Yeah, what's up? What's up?